Welcome to an overview of how you can create your own custom mobile app using Datagrid. Throughout this tutorial, we will walk you through the entire process, starting from setting up a new free account, all the way to developing a fully operational mobile app that functions seamlessly even without a data connection. We will cover creating questions and formulas to process the results of those questions. Additionally, we'll demonstrate how to create a variable lookup, similar to a spreadsheet's Vlookup, and how to use a formula to access its results. Finally, we'll cover the creation of customized documents tailored for your company and client delivery. Datagrid offers versatility far beyond what is covered in this walkthrough. If you have a specific application you would like to review, feel free to schedule a free consultation with us using the calendar request link in the description below. To begin, you'll need to create your free developer account on Datagrid. Once your account is set up, let's explore how straightforward it is to create a basic mobile application ready for deployment. Starting with Datagrid is a breeze. Simply head to our website at datagrid.ca and click the black button at the top labeled Sign Up with Google. On Google's sign-in page, select the Google account you'd like to use to log in to Datagrid. Be sure to grant all necessary Google permissions to ensure full functionality with Datagrid's corporate calendar. Next, fill out the form on Datagrid's new account registration page. Choose your preferred industry from the Start With drop-down menu, check the Terms checkbox, and then click the green Register button at the bottom of the form. Congratulations! Your new Datagrid free developer account is now active. You'll have complete access to all the customization resources necessary to develop your own corporate mobile application. Once synchronized, your app will be fully operational, even without a data connection. For a closer look at entering data collection questions, consider reviewing Datagrid's Forms and Forms sections tutorial. If you already have a document you'd like to use as a basis for your mobile application, that makes the process even simpler. For this demonstration, we'll focus on building a deck material estimator and a client approval contract from scratch. First, let's outline the information you need to collect and the desired outcomes. In this example, we aim to gather data on the lumber sizes, length, and quantity of lumber required, alongside an estimated value and obtaining client approval through a signature on a proposal. Now, let's explore the optimal approach for selecting the lumber size. Since you may intend to expand your estimate later on to include additional items like railings, benches, or stairs, it's advisable to establish a global selection for your lumber rather than creating individual selections for each item. I'll provide further insights on this when we create the selection questions. We accomplish this by crafting global lists using option containers. To access option containers, navigate to the Customised menu. In a new free developer account, you'll find an empty Option Container Hierarchy column. To initiate your first option container, click the Click Here green button located in the blue bar. Let's name this option container Decks. Now we can create our global list for lumber sizes. Right-click on Decks and choose Create Nested Option Container. Enter the label as lumber sizes. Next, click on New Bulk in the right-hand panel and input your lumber sizes with each size on a new line. Once you've listed your desired lumber sizes, click Save, and your global list is complete. Let's create another option container for finishes. Now, let's establish the Form and Form section, where we'll input our questions' content and formulas. We'll designate this form as Decks and provide a description. Once saved, our new form is generated, and an initial Form section titled Decks is created. At this juncture, we have the option to add more form sections, such as railings, stairs, and benches. However, we will proceed directly to developing our deck estimator documents. Click on the section title to begin editing. In the Details tab, you'll find the option to map this section to an option container, which you can choose to do since we've already established the Decks option container. The Section Questions tab is where we enter our questions. Click the New button drop-down and select Decimal, as we want to add numerical values for our first value, length, and then click Save. Next, click the plus below button to add the width numerical value. To include the joist dimension, we'll select the question type, single choice. Here's where the choice between local or shared options comes in. We'll opt for shared, as this question will utilize a set of responses that can be used for other items, such as steps or railings. In this case, we'll click the black symbol next to decks and select our previously created lumber sizes. Your selection is automatically saved. To create our finish selector, we again select single choice, title it Finishes, and choose our shared options of finishes. Finally, to enable a stylus input for accepting a client approval signature on a proposal, we select an image question, label it Client Signature, toggle Use Stylus Input to Yes, and click Save. Now all the data collection questions needed for your mobile device interface are complete. To review or edit the questions, select Decks at the end of the breadcrumb links at the top of the page. You are now prepared to create your formulas, which will be applied to the uploaded data from your mobile device. With only the length and width data, we can generate a multitude of calculations. For this tutorial, we'll provide 7 examples to offer a comprehensive overview of data filter capabilities. We'll create calculations for square footage, joist count, joist length, header joists, joist hanger count, deckboard count, and a lumber cost estimate. Navigate to the Data Filters and Graphs tab. To create a new data filter, or in this case, a formula, click the plus data filter in the upper right corner. Let's name it Deck Square Footage, provide a description if needed, and click Save. Next, select the Expression Editor tab to craft the formula. Each new formula is pre-populated with a test matrix JavaScript, which you may or may not use for a simple formula. Similar to a spreadsheet, you'll want to calculate the length and width values to obtain the total area. Import these values automatically using the Form Tokens navigator on the right. Drill down and select Length. Add your multiplier sign after that value in the JavaScript expression window on the left, then simply drill down and select Width, and your area formula is complete. Here are some helpful tips. Enclose your formula in brackets to maintain clarity for future updates. Additionally, add a comment below, starting with 2 forward slashes, to identify your token selections for future reference. Click the Save and Evaluate button at the bottom left, and your new formula is complete and ready to have its value located on your report layouts, which we will cover in this tutorial. Next, let's calculate the joist count. Select the width token, multiply by 12, divide by 16, and then add 1. Add your notes below and save. Moving on to calculating the header joists. Add the filter, name it, and save. Click the Expression tab and remove the testing script. Select the deck length from your tokens, multiply by 2, add your comment, and save. Next, let's determine the joist length. Create a new data filter, add your title, and save it. Navigate to deck width and select it, subtract 0.25, then add your comment below. Click Save and return to Decks using the link above. Now, we'll demonstrate using a formula within a formula with joist hanger count. Create a new filter, title it Joist Hanger Count, and save. In the Expression Editor tab, navigate to the token Data Filter, Joist Count, and multiply by 2. Add your comment and save. The deckboard count follows a straightforward formula. Create your filter, name it, and save. In the Editor tab, select the width token, multiply by 2, and then add 1. Add your comment and save. A simple formula to create is the proposal amount, based on a multiplier of the area. Start by creating a new data filter, title it Proposal Amount, and click Save. Next, go to the Expression Editor tab. In the Form Token browser, select the Dec Square Footage data filter and add your multiplier value. For this example, we'll use 45, but you can adjust this value at any time. The final calculation is for lumber cost. In this formula, we will demonstrate how Datagrid implements a feature similar to Vlookup, commonly found in spreadsheet programs. While Vlookup stands for vertical lookup, Datagrid offers a variable lookup. This allows us to estimate lumber cost for a variety of lumber types by simply selecting the type you want to use in your project. Earlier, we created a list of lumber sizes in option containers. Using cards, we can create variables for any items in the option containers. Once we create these variables, we can assign average prices to our different lumber sizes. So now let's build our variable lookups. To get started, navigate to cards through the main menu on the left. You'll see the lumber sizes item list we created, ready to have variables assigned to those items using a form similar to the one we used for our data questions. This form type will be a card form. To create this, access forms through Customize and create a new form using the green New button at the bottom left or upper right. Select the Card Radio button for the type. Name this form Deck Variables and save it. Datagrid will automatically create your first card form section, also named Deck Variables. Let's change the name of the section to Deck Materials. In this section, we can enable unlimited variables for our new form. These variables are called shared form fields, and once created, they can be shared by multiple card forms, eliminating the need to duplicate your process. To create a new shared form field variable for your card form section, click the Add Shared Form Field button in the upper right or navigate through Customize in the main menu. Click the New button in the upper right or bottom left to access the question type selection. Since we want to create a variable for the average price per foot for our lumber types, select the decimal option, label it Average Price per Foot, and click Save. Next, navigate back to our card form section titled Deck Materials. You'll see our shared form field variable, Average Price per Foot, listed and available to be enabled. Click Enable on the right, and our new variable is activated and ready for values to be entered. We will assign the variable lumber prices using the cards list. Navigate back to the cards list of lumber sizes we created earlier. You can now enter a unique variable value for each lumber size in your list. After entering sample numbers for our formula, our variable lumber prices are set and can be used in multiple formulas. Now navigate back to the Decks Form section and into the Data Filters tab to proceed to create our lumber cost formula. Click the Plus Data Filter button in the upper right, give it the title Lumber Cost, and add a description if desired, then click Save. Next, click on the Expression Editor tab. As this is a small formula with only one variable, you may choose to remove the test matrix content provided in each new data filter. For this example, we will calculate lumber costs by multiplying the joist count by the joist length and then by the variable average price per foot. Begin by adding a few extra lines at the top, where we will create the variable reference. In the Form Tokens Navigator, select the data filter Joist Count, add an asterisk for multiplication, and then select the data filter Joist Length. You may want to enclose this part of the formula in brackets. Add another asterisk to multiply this value by the variable average price per foot we previously created. To add this variable, expand Cards in the Form Tokens browser, then Deck Variables, then Deck Materials, and select Average Price per Foot. You will see that Datagrid has issued a reference number for your variable along with a pivot name. This pivot name is used to target the question you created to select your joist dimensions. To do this, type var followed by a space, then copy the pivot name from below, add an equal sign, and then in the Tokens browser, expand Report Form, then the Dex Form and Dex section, and select Joist Dimensions. Close the line with a semicolon. Click Save and Evaluate below, and your lumber cost calculator is complete. This formula will now update its value based on your selection in the Joist Dimensions question we created earlier. This variable referencing process can be used for various purposes, from language conversion to maintenance specification options. At this point, we have created our forms and questions, as well as our formulas and variables. The final step is to create the documents that will display the results. Let's create two examples: a calculation results page and a client proposal. Documents are created using print templates and report layouts. Print templates are primarily used for static content such as text, borders, and graphics, while report layouts insert your results into these print templates. We'll do a brief overview of print templates for this demonstration. For a full tutorial, you can follow the link in the description or find it in our YouTube server tutorials section. To start a print template, hover over Customize and select Print Templates. Then click the New button in the upper right or lower left. Select the form you are creating this template for, which in this case is the Dex form. Give it a title such as Deck Material Order, add a description, and click Save. In the Page 1 tab, we'll build our first print template. As you create print templates, consider additional templates you might want in the future on the same topic. You can clone the current template later to jumpstart a new template. In the Elements tab, you can create your static content. Let's start by setting the company logo. Select the Image option, then choose Company Logo. The logo saved in your company profile will be placed in the preview. Position the logo with a left indent of 9, a top elevation of 6, and set its width and height to 33. This will place your company logo in the upper left corner, but you can position it wherever you prefer. You can also add a colored border to your logo if desired. Next, add the company address beside the logo. To the right, we'll automate a site address reference using automated script keys. Now let's add the page title, Material Order. Set it to a font size of 40 and match its color to the logo border. For this demonstration, we'll use a deck graphic to illustrate the length, width, and joist dimensions. Once the deck graphic is placed, move it to the back so any text you add will overlay on top. Next, list out the questions the mobile app will upload, along with the formulas from which we'll be getting results. Arrange these down the left-hand side, leaving space for each result on the right where the report layout will place them. Position the questions and formula titles with a left offset of 14, starting the first one with a top offset of 66 and adding 10 for spacing between each item. For this demonstration, the questions are finish, lumber type, length, and width. Using just the length and width values, we created formulas for total area, joist length, joist count, header joist, joist hangers, deck boards, and lumber estimate. To add a border around the main content, select the rectangle option. Set the left offset to 9, the top to 60, and the width to 197 with a height of 115. Set the border to the same color as the logo border and increase the stroke to 4 for a thicker line. Let's add a corner radius of 10. And that's it. Your material order print template is now ready to be populated with a report layout. We can quickly create a client proposal print template by cloning and editing the material order template. To do this, go to the Print Templates page. Clone the Deck Material Order template by clicking the Copy button on the right. Click on the new copy to start editing it. Change the title to Client Proposal and update the description accordingly. Go to the Page 1 tab. In the Elements tab, let's change the title from Material Order to Deck Proposal. Click on the title text, then update it in the text box on the left. Click anywhere on the white space to apply the change. Remove any formula spaces that are not needed for the proposal. Click on the white space in the preview area to deselect any selected elements. To match the formatting of the smaller text, click on Total Area and then click off in the white space again. Type Proposal Amount in the text box, click Add, and place your text in the desired location. For consistency, let's align it with the text above. Now we'll create a location for the client signature that can be captured on a mobile device and add a signature line to this location. You can utilize the space below for a materials and workmanship disclaimer or add a new page by clicking New in the left drop-down tab. You are now ready to populate the data in both of your print templates in the Reports Layout section. To create the Deck Material Order Report layout, navigate to Report Layouts through the Customize menu on the left. Click the New button in the upper right or lower left corner. Title the layout Deck Material Order. Select the form Decks and the Form section Decks. Choose the print template Deck Material Order. Optionally, add a description and click Save. Navigate to the Page 1 tab, click on the Form Question button to list your questions. For the first question, select Finish from the drop-down and click Add to place it in the preview. Drag and drop it to your desired location, or use the conditional formatting on the left to specify its position. For example, left offset of 38. Repeat this process for the questions lumber type, length, and width. Now to add formula results. Select Data Filter and choose the appropriate filters from the drop-down. You may overlay results over a graphic. I will place length, width, and lumber type over the graphic. Your Deck Material Order Report layout is now complete. Now for the Client Proposal Report layout. Return to Report Layouts through the link above and click New again. Title this layout Client Proposal. Select the form Decks and the Form section Decks. Choose the print template Client Proposal. Optionally, add a description and click Save. Navigate to the Page 1 tab. Locate your form questions by clicking on Form Questions and selecting the desired questions. The question and data filter results placement process is identical to the previous print template. Place deck square footage for total area and proposal amount at the bottom. And lastly, we will add a client signature. You add the client signature, a form question, by placing a signature frame. Resize and position it over the signature line to allow stylus input on your form. Both the material order and client proposal report layouts are now complete. At this point, we are less than 30 minutes in. You may take note that this walkthrough has demonstrated just how quickly you can go from your existing documents to a mobile app that will collect your information without a data connection and directly deliver content in your custom format. The final step is to activate a license and initialize a mobile device to your account. Once completed, you can create a document either within your account in the Report section or by using results uploaded from your mobile application. I will now walk you through both options using an active account to review the results we have just created. To create a report within an active account, navigate to the Report section through Manage. Click New in the upper right or lower left and give your report a title. Select your form and Form section. This account is populated, but your selection process will be similar. In the Details tab, you can also select a contact, site, or client as the recipient for your report or document. You have options to enter a description, document number, or comments. Once complete, click Save, and your report is ready for data input. Once your data is entered, go to the Print tab, where you can choose the type of document you want to send in the Report Layout dropdown. You will see the report layouts you have created for this report type. I will select the material order and click the Print button in the upper right. The preview will display your question selections and all the formula results. Now, let's create the same report from your mobile device. For a more in-depth review of mobile report creation, you may review the Datagrid Mobile Reports tutorial with the link in the description. On your mobile device, click the plus sign to the right of the report header you want to create and tap on the newly created report with the default date and timestamp. Click the Edit icon, go into the Report Layout selection, and choose Client Proposal. This will preset your results for document delivery, which you can switch at any time. Add your title and, optionally, a description and comments. Make your selections for width, length, lumber sizes, and finish. Click Annotate under Client Signature to demonstrate adding an approval signature to your document. For direct delivery to a client or supplier, you may add them in the Sites and Contact sections. Tap the Save icon to return to the main page of your mobile app. To send your report, tap the report title and click the Send arrow in the pop-down submenu. Your new report, with the client's signature, will be transferred to your account where you can review it. And that's it. Your mobile app is complete. You can make any changes you want in the future, quickly and easily, then push it to your technicians in minutes. Thank you for exploring Datagrid's walkthrough tutorial. For more insights and updates on our platform's functionalities, subscribe to our channel for the latest developments.